Welcome, everybody. It's a We Go To Live Special Edition Tuesday. Join us as Chivas gears up for the high-stakes battles of La Liguilla. In this episode, we'll chat about the upcoming face-off against Toluca and the key players to keep an eye on. And La Chingonas dub against Monterrey with a magnificent performance from Blanca Félix. Tune in for all the exclusive insights that you'll get ready for the thrilling playoff action. Let's begin.
Amigos, ¿cómo están? Bienvenidos y bienvenidas al Estadio Akron. Soberbio, brutal, con un pincel. ¿Cómo se le ocurrió toda esa jugada? Llegó a la frontal, la enganchó a la zurda. La zurda va a ser un golazo impresionante, golazo.
Good afternoon, Mr. and Mrs. Latinoamerica and all the Chiva hermanos y hermanas around the globe. All the mothers and misters, Chiva brothers and sisters. Welcome to We Go To Live. We're transmitting directly from La Perla Tapatía, home to the most glorious of teams, el Club Deportivo Guadalajara. Bienvenidos todos a We Go To Live, a special edition of We Go To Live. Gaby Silva, ¿cómo estás?
Hi, Robert. Hi, everybody that's tuning in. Yes, I know it's Tuesday, right? It's weird, but it's playoff season, and Chivas is playing tomorrow, which means We Go To Live needed to air today in order to give you all the scoop of what we're watching tomorrow and the first leg against Toluca en el Estadio Akron. So exciting because we are in the quarterfinal stage for Chivas Femenil and Chivas, so it's like super and extra exciting. Of course, we have all the information regarding Chivas and Chivas Femenil and Tapatío and all our youth divisions, the weekly MVP, of course. And it's important to just tell you that this is content that Chivas makes for all the Chiva hermanos that live outside Mexico that speak mostly in English. So this content is for you, but it's actually for everybody because we speak Chivas. So stick around if you are watching through Chivas official platforms, and also welcome everybody that's watching through Telemundo Deportes. Alfredo, how are you, my friend?
Hi, Gabi. Hi, Robert. Hi, Chiva hermanos. Very excited to be here. It is Liguilla season, as you said. Plenty to talk about Chivas, about that Chivas Toluca match that we are already anxiously waiting for because we want some Liguilla action. Also, Chivas Femenil into Liguilla as well, which will be disputing a Clásico de México. We'll get into that. We also have some Cantera reports. In advance, I would like to congratulate the Under-16 for its championship obtained last weekend. I would like to say hello to my friends watching us on the chat. Juan Carvajal from California, Curtis Williams from Arkansas, Teresita del Carmen Ayala, Edgar Contreras, Víctor Ayala Pérez, Enedina Pérez Martínez, Jorge Mejía, Marilu, Rogelio Veas. We're very excited to see you here, and we're very excited to speak Chivas in the next hour on this Tuesday edition, because as Gabi said, tomorrow we have Liguilla, and we want to give you all the scoop ahead of that Chivas Toluca taking place tomorrow.
And don't forget, everybody, that if you want to participate with us, you could do it via WhatsApp. What's that magic number? 3326607241. That's 3326607241. Get in the chat. Come talk to us. If you want, you could even be here live. Si te atreves.
We are nice people. Come join us. It's Liguilla. We are very happy, and the hopes are high, spirits are lifted. So come and join us and talk to us, and what do you expect for the upcoming quarterfinal stage for Chivas and Chivas Femenil? So come.
Yeah,
Talk
and
to us.
that,
And
that
don't
also
forget,
applies. Yeah,
we have
that
free
sending that WhatsApp to the number on screen also applies to our friends watching us on the Telemundo platforms as well. Big shout out to all of you. So yeah, we're being seeing all over the place.
We're excited. We're anxious, just like everybody is. So let's get this show on the road. Everybody, what's going on? Who's going to be our MVP this week?
So who? I already saw somebody in the chat, a very loyal follower of the We Go To show, already guessed it, right? So I think it's pretty obvious. You were saying this off camera, Robert. Like, it's pretty obvious who the MVP this week is, right?
Definitely.
So no está. Who else?
No, did not play. Can't be from Varonil because they did
Someone
not
in the chat guessed it.
Yeah, somebody in the chat already guessed it. So drum roll.
Yeah.
There it is. And who was it but our gran porteraza chingoncísima, Blanca Félix.
Yes, ma'am.
Blanca Félix. Yes, ma'am. Because she was in the opening moments. If you guys were able to watch the match against Monterrey, she was able to keep our guarda, what do you call our goals in 0. And
Yes.
Monterrey was on top of Chivas, my friends. Was on top of Blanca Félix. What's my favorite word? Magnificent.
Magnificent.
Yeah.
Simply magnificent. All that experience. There was one, I don't know if we're going to see it later in the when we talk about Femenil, there's part of the reel. But in the opening, I don't remember, it was 5-10 minutes. She did a double stop, and she was like a juvenil. Because the first one she was able to pull out. The rebound was, well, offensive because they were able to put it back into the box. But she had already stood up and managed to kick it out with her foot. Blanca Félix was like a quinceañera. So those who think that she might be getting up in the age, old wine gets better with the years. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, and we have to also, so we of course, we're going to talk about the Chivas Femenil game in a little while, but it is important to mention that Blanca is on the MVP spot for numerous reasons. So we are going to talk about those a little bit later, but yes, right now she is our savior because yes, Monterrey was on top of her game. Actually, we knew that it was going to be a very tough game, but Blanca managed to secure a clean sheet on her side. And many achievements for Blanca this season. And overall, like, she is an icon right now on Chivas Femenil and in the Chivas institution. So very well deserved. Blanca Félix is this week's MVP.
Yes, a second time as well that she's been here, and well deserved. I mean, if we really think about it and we look at that match, there are a couple people who could have been on the MVP list as well. But Blanca truly, in the last 3 matches, has been she's been on fire because she's been the one that's been able to give a little piece to the back four and also project the attacks because she's been very incisive in that way too. I mean, that's what I've seen. And also she gives calma to the back four. That she's just back on her game, man. She was really, really wonderful to see. And I see some people. You guys want to talk about Femenil. I know, but we got to wait a little bit because I am truly hyped. But that game was really good.
Yeah,
Femenil's good it was another level, all right? The level at least that we expect from our chingonas. So I was positively surprised. So Blanca, if you got a question, but not Blanca, 5213-32660-7241. That's 5213-32660-7241. Join us. This is the center of the Chivaverse.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Totally.
somebody is asking you something, Robert.
Oh, Rogelio, oh, it's time to grow it back. It's
Right.
Liguilla
No.
season.
Yeah.
It's Liguilla season.
Liguilla season.
But I will grow it back. I gotta grow it back. It's just so ugly and hard to manage, like me. But anyway, Blanca, besos desde el fondo de nuestro corazón, well deserved. Blanca Félix. One day, hopefully,
Incredible. And we're going to talk about her more and all the Chivas Femenil team and the game, of course. But yeah, special mention, standing ovation actually for Blanca Félix this week. Well,
yeah, I like Rosario Diaz's comment. She definitely deserves it. Blanca Félix is the most underrated goaltender in the Liga Femenil MX. She deserves to be called to the selección. It's like
that's interesting.
That's
so
why
just
not?
be aware, Rosario. Just be aware. I mean, I could agree with you, but just keep in mind that Celeste has that spot. So we are covered with the goalie situation in Selección Nacional. Celeste is there, so I think it's a pretty good option as well, right?
Totally. Oh yeah. And Celeste has been part of the Selecciones Nacionales since she was like a very, very young. Like she's gone through under 18 and I think even younger generations. So she's been there for a while. And I would like to, what I would really cut myself about Blanca Félix is that like we always speak about her because she's already a legend. And we speak about her that she's been for a long time in Chivas and that she's like some sort of a veterana. But I was just taking a look that she's only 28. Like 28-year-old keepers, they usually are, they're not veteranas, but Blanca has such a marvelous career in such a short time that she already made that name for himself. So yeah, and she was key the other day for defeating Rayadas.
Yeah, and she's just strong. She keeps herself fit.
Yeah.
Truly. A professional in every sense of the word. Blanca Félix. We'll talk more about you in a moment, Blanca. But now it's time to talk about what's going to happen tomorrow, my friends. ¿Cómo se va a jugar la liguilla? Oh my goodness, los Diablos Rojos. But the stars are in alignment, my friends. As we've been talking about, and we've chosen to believe, and now we have a lot more work on our plate. But what do you guys think? I mean, Gabi, what's going on with these Chivas?
Was this? I want to ask you guys this, and also everybody in the chat. Oh, what's that? First leg. Oh, are we already here? Production? El Clásico de México quarterfinals first leg, Liga MX Femenil, Thursday, May 9th. Okay, no, it's fine. Oh,
there it is.
Okay. We're quarterfinals first leg. Okay, so everybody, please, because this game is tomorrow, so you need to have everything in order. Please set your alarms and mark your calendars because Chivas is playing the first leg tomorrow, the quarterfinals of Liga MX on Wednesday, May 8th. And we're also going to talk about something special that's happening tomorrow, right, Robert? But you can watch it through in Mexico, through Chivas TV VIX, to the NBC Deportes. And of course, if you are in the United States, en la Casa de las Chivas en los Estados Unidos, Telemundo Deportes, 8 p.m. Central Time. And you do the conversion to your time zone of your choice. But yes, it's the first leg. So,
and Saturday.
Back to your question, I want to ask you guys and everybody in the chat, was this the best outcome for Chivas in this stage in quarterfinals? I want to ask you this first.
That's a
you
good question.
The best opponent?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
That's a good question. I mean, considering every other team, of course, the main goal was to get to Liguilla Directa, right? We got it. We got it. Ultimately, we got it. And I just want to know if you think that this is like the best possible first rival in order to face probably semifinals?
I think it's a good opponent because Toluca they finished off the regular season a lot worse than what they actually did at the beginning or midway through. I think that clash of confidence in both teams could be very beneficial for us because we're the team that has won pretty much every game for the last 4 or 5 match days. And let me tell you that in the last few match days, Toluca lost 5-1 against America, and then they also had a tough result against Cruz Azul. They lost at home against Cruz Azul in the last match day. So we're speaking about a team who has had some negative results against the top teams in the league as America and Cruz Azul in this case. And they're definitely having problems against these top teams. And I think Chivas is definitely a top team right now because I think that we're the team in the best state of shape that finish off the best in the league. So and you know that facing Chivas in a Liguilla has also an emotional aspect for the opponent that they need to overcome. So I think regarding that clash of confidence between Chivas, who's doing great, and Toluca, who has had some very tough results lately, can benefit El Rebaño for sure.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going with that question because I think Chivas now with 5 wins back to back is like the best team that closed the season in the best way, shape possible. And Toluca, on the other hand, they got like that. They had like that horrible loss where Volpi missed those 2 penalty kicks. So it was like mentally, I know I talk about this every now and then about how a team mentally is, but I think it does, it can affect in some way, shape, or form the team ultimately. I mean, when you are in the Liguilla state, it's a completely different story. It's like a clean sheet for everybody. But I think in a better mental state right now, Chivas is in a better way, in a better shape, and Toluca is like the one that has to prove something, right? Like they are the team that need to focus completely and not getting like super invested in this, and considering also that Chivas is like fan base wise, it's going to be absolutely packed and it's going to be like crowded with Chivas Hermanos, not only in Guadalajara, of course, but also in Toluca. So it's going to be a tough crowd for sure. And that was my question because I'm seeing somebody in the chat saying that the 6th position is not necessarily the best. So the main goal, again, was to make it to Liguilla Directa, which was accomplished by the end of the day. I'm just asking if Toluca is, like, to this day, the best possible rival to face the quarterfinals.
I think as a rival, I agree with you guys. It is the best for us. We're close. Toluca was in the top 5 positions most of the tournament, if I recall correctly. So we do need to take into account that they are a dangerous team. Mm-hmm. They can do some damage. But defensively as well, I don't know if Alfredo has those numbers, but defensively speaking, I don't know if they're as solid as Chivas are right now. Yeah, that 5-1, the one where Volpi missed the 2 penalties. Cruz Azul came away with the win, but I don't think really Cruz Azul did much to come up with it either. I watched that match. I don't know what happened in that game. It was interesting. It was quite interesting. But going back to that point you said about us being in 6th position, I have a different way of looking at this question. Is playing at Akron as the first seed, like the first leg, okay, and that's for everybody in the chat, everybody out there, and you guys. Is it a glass half full or a glass half empty? Because Akron is a beast right now. If you had a chance to go to the Akron lately, it plays its own game. So what do you guys think? Is it really going to be a handicap, or will it be a strength?
Yeah, I think it's to see the glass half full. because as if I connect this dilemma with what I was saying earlier, that we're facing a team who thankfully is maybe not going through its best state of mentality and through its best state of confidence. For this team who has had has had some negative weeks lately, coming to an Estadio Akron in the atmosphere that you're describing, Robert, is definitely that can play against them, and that we should capitalize tomorrow night.
Definitely so.
Yeah, because
Definitely
at the
so,
end of the
'cause-
day, they might be going through a tough moment, but I think that our players also need to notice that they need to profit that, and of course, with the help of the fans on a day like tomorrow, it should be the stage is set for El Rebaño to get a good advantage. At least win the match and go with all assurances to Nemesio Diaz on Saturday.
Yeah, and also Robert was talking about how Toluca was a very strong team at the beginning of the tournament of the season, but also Chivas won in regular season against Toluca. So if we are speaking numbers and what happened on regular season and what we saw, of course, Alexis Vega didn't play in that game, and it was different, and the atmosphere was different probably. And it's going to be interesting. Marilu was saying right now in the chat, I was reading, and we were talking about this just a minute ago, that at the end of the day, it's also going to be packed, and the fans are going to be like heavy, like hot and heavy in both venues. And especially in Toluca, I mean, everywhere Chivas goes is packed with Chivermanos. So I think that should also be a good factor in our favor to be able to secure. I mean, I know there's going to be a situation with La Porra and whatnot, but I think it's going to be a great atmosphere in both venues, especially in El Akron, of course, tomorrow. But yes, I think we should take advantage, and I'm pretty sure Gago is aware of this, of the fact that Toluca did not close the season in the best way, and we did with those 5 finals. And we should definitely take advantage of that. And right now, and I am not saying this in a Chivas point of view entirely, but I think right now Chivas is the team to beat.
And they have to take this game as a 6th final.
Yep.
No, I mean, if we can keep that mentality there, then I think we will have a great chance to bring back a good result to the Nemesio Diaz. But what do you guys think? First, let's talk about who do you guys think are going to be on the pitch?
Yeah,
so let's take a look at that ticker. Do we have the ticker with the possible lineup? So who's going to be there? Who do you guys think is going to be on the pitch
tomorrow?
Mm-hmm. We know Rangel, right?
Right. Yeah,
Rangel from the defense up.
Mozo probably, because I think it's a match that we're gonna want to go open. It's not a match to close down ourselves. It's a match to go with everything. So I think Mozo it's gonna definitely be in.
Castillo
on the left. Yeah, Castillo on the left, and then maybe we will have Diva, because he keeps that defensive security, but he's good at heading for corner kicks that we might have, as well as Chiquete. Because if you go with Castillo and Mozo, you will want to take your assurances. So because you cannot get scored on at the Akron, preferably not. So if you go with Mozo and Castillo, you might want to go with Tiva and Chiquete, and on the pivot as the CDM, you might want to go with someone like El Oso Gonzalez, like so to take your assurances, or Guti at the most offensive.
Well, Gabi, do you think it's a good idea that we take assurances, or should we just go for it?
Oh my God, I always get very tickled when we talk about lineups, because we also commented like Gago was feeling very comfortable with a certain lineup, blah, blah, blah. But then we see slight changes, and we see Guti again having the game of his entire career or his season with Chivas. But then we see also doing the exact same thing. So it's going to be very interesting. I think they should study consciously what's going on right now with Toluca. To again, I think one of our strongest features is the midfield, and I think they should like Gago knows exactly what works and what's been working, and I think we've seen that in the last 5 games or 5 finals. So I think he should stick to what it's working at the moment. And again, defensively, I completely agree with Alfredo. I think Chiquete is like key. It's like a key player right now in our defense, and Mozo, of course, and Tiva, of course, also Tibatman. And it's going to be, again, I just want to see everybody in the chat. What do you think? Because we've been talking about this also a lot on the show. Like, there are options. Like, for the longest time, we were like limited to 1 to 2 players in certain positions, or one was injured, or we didn't have like enough options. And right now we're talking about, hey, we should like, like there's a lot of possibilities right now. But to me, like the main focus should be also like in the midfield. So it's going to be good. It's going to be good. I have no doubt about that. And of course, Salah has to keep a clean sheet. I'm sorry.
Those are hard.
En el estadio, yeah, for sure.
They're hard. But anyway, sorry. I had a joke about a marker, but we'll talk about that. Look, there's the ticker. So who are our attackers? Ricardo Marín, Roberto Alvarado, Carlos Cisneros, Kate Cowell, Pavel Pérez, Isaac Brizuela, and Javier El Chicharito Hernandez.
I think the main focus is going to be like the strikers, right? Like that. What is going to be that on front? Like that is what I want to see. Everybody in the chat, what do you think?
Remember that the ticker is already the confirmed call-up list. It's already confirmed. So yeah, take a look at the ticker. There was someone asking for Kate Cowell on the chat.
Yeah,
Kate Cowell, Jesus Aldivar.
He's there.
Yeah,
he has been called up.
Tomorrow, I think he should be ready for these 2 games. Let's go, Chivas. So what do you think?
I don't know. It's hard because Pavel and Cade, they're completely different types of players, and they play the same position. And now he has Charal.
Right.
Yeah, Charal over there. So there's a lot of options on that side. But also Cade can, he can play in different positions. But I love him on the left. I really, really, really love the way he works on the left, because he has that play down. Cut to the center and let the cannons roar. So I don't know. I'd love to see him, but he just has to wait his chance, right? We have to see. I would definitely go offensive, though. I think this is where we got to win. So for me, I'm an also believer. I'm an also believer, but I think Guti is the one.
I think so too, and I'm also a believer. But
all right, and Guti is the very well compensated because he gives a hand in defense, but he's also smart for giving a hand on offense without being a box to box, and I think that's great.
And also is a great off the bench changeup, no?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, totally.
Production says el arquitecto de la jugada, right? All that experience. He has a gifted right foot. So the guy is, you gotta have him in there. And I love his intensity. And sometimes in a match like this, too much intensity can bring unexpected results.
Right. No, if we hopefully get a good result tomorrow, we could save him for the second leg where Pachuca will probably want to be more offensive
or bring him in if we need another change to make it more secure. I think we're going to come away with a strong win tomorrow.
Right. Yeah, hopefully.
We have to go to La Bombonera with like the advantage. It's going to be
Bombones.
Los Bombones. I think it should be. Oh my God, are we going to talk about scores?
Yes.
Are we?
Let's do it.
It's 2-0 for Chivas tomorrow. It's gonna be 2-0.
I
2-0.
was also
Yeah.
thinking 2-0. I was also thinking 2-0.
Okay. I like it. I do. I like 2-0. But
Do you know who's going to score?
who's going to score?
No.
No, no te creas. I don't know. That's what's very interesting because
Producción.
anyone could score.
Right.
Right now, Chivas, the back line is scoring, the midfield is scoring, our forwards are scoring.
Right. Everybody is scoring.
And don't forget, tomorrow is our birthday.
Look at production's
Bro.
prediction.
I saw
It is
that.
Chivas' birthday tomorrow.
Mañana cumplimos años, my friend. And
Yeah.
production says 118
A cero.
goles a cero.
A cero.
All right. I think it's going to be hard. All right.
There's not
11
enough time.
11 minus 8. How many
Okay.
goals is that?
3-0 for Chivas.
That's right. That's what I would go for.
Right.
11 minus 8, 3-0. Why do I say 3-0? Because I hate 2-0. I
Yeah.
hate
It is
2-0, man.
I
It is
know.
a tricky one, especially if you take into consideration that that Chivas must win. Like, we need to score more goals than Toluca, because a tie will leave us out.
Yeah, we got to win. And
Yeah.
remember, if we go on ahead, we got to win in all of the first matches because that's what we have ahead of us right
Exactly.
now. Unless Pachuca does their job. I hope they got my check, right? I hope they got my check in the mail over there, Pachuca, okay? Because we need to break them down.
And we already received more than 100 messages today in the barely half an hour that we've been here. A big shout out to Francisco Fraga, who's watching us from San Diego, Rogelio Baez, Luis Gil, Ricardo Alejandro Regalado Ramos, Jesus Aldivar, and big shout out to everyone who's watching us. Who else? And then Dina Perez says that El Rebaño is taking it 3-1 tomorrow. Hopefully it is that way. And Alex Maldonado says it will be a 3-1 for Chivas. So the two latest comments in the comment section concede a 3-1 for Chivas. They concede with you, Robert, that Chivas will be scoring 3-0. Francisco Fraga concedes with me that it will be a 2-0 for Chivas. Gabi, did you give your pronostico?
I said 2-0 as well.
2-0 as well? Okay, so they agree with us as well. Yeah,
Yes.
Hopefully it's a good one for Chivas, and we can go with all assurances to the second leg. Because I'm sure that even though there's going to be a lot of Chivermanos on Saturday, Toluca, they know how to build an atmosphere as well.
That's right. They
Yeah.
know, and I don't know if they probably have full stadiums as well, too.
It's a tough stadium. Yes.
Yeah.
It's a tough
Yep.
stadium.
But, I can say so many nasty things. I'm going to be nice.
No. Let's be nice.
Is
This is a
Toluca
children's
you
program.
don't like?
No,
Where's-
I had a dentist once that was a Toluca fan. And it was
Okay.
during the time that
Who?
we couldn't beat Toluca.
Oh.
It was before you guys were probably not born then. But it was before, it was back in the days. And Cardoso always scored off us. But the problem was I would always bet.
That also still gives me PTSD.
I know, man. It was like, and I thought he would give us some payback in a positive way when he was our coach. But that's another story. Okay, we'll talk about that later. And this dentist, every time I'd bet him a jersey, every match. And I have one, and he has like 6.
Oh man.
Yes, estuvo feo. But it was a nice jersey, the one I got. I'll wear it one day. But anyway, guys, we're going to win. Everybody on the chat is it. We could feel it. The vibe is out there, my friends. Van a ver que vamos a ganar. Because I can feel it. It's so similar to our previous, right, experience in Liguillas. We have a Chivermano. What?
So he sent a WhatsApp question. He sent a question to the WhatsApp channel.
Okay. Let's see here.
Oh, there he is.
Hello. Hi.
Hi.
Hello, Victor. How are you?
Hello. How are you?
I'm well. How are you, my friend?
Well.
That's good. I like your question. Is this your-
My question is, how start Chicharito? Hi, how are you? Hi.
How I think Chicharito is arriving physically?
What's your physical of Chicharito?
I think he's in good shape for an old man.
Yeah, he's good. He's in the call-up list, and he's
Yes,
definitely
he's on
into
the
the
call-up list.
yeah. He's
You know?
and he could definitely take in. He could definitely partake of tomorrow's match. Let's see if he does it as a starter or if he comes up from the bench. But yeah, I think that he's definitely a choice for Gago tomorrow.
What do you think, Victor? Do you think it's important for Chicharito to start, or do you prefer the other strikers?
I prefer Chicharito start.
Okay. Maybe that would be the fire that we need. No? To
Right.
win at
The
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 Akron.
experience.
Of course.
I definitely think that he would bring that fire, that chispa.
And Victor, what is your score prediction?
1-0.
1-0. Who scores a goal?
Yes. Very difficult match, but the Rebaño wins.
Of course.
Of course.
Imaginemos
Yeah.
cosas chingonas.
I like it. I like the cautiousness. Yeah.
We're going to win, definitely. So 1-0, though. Come on, Victor, más goles.
No.
Vamos a estar muchos
Toluca
ahí.
is
We need to be excited.
Todos los otros goles caen en Toluca, ¿verdad, Víctor?
Of course.
Sí. El Toluca se abre y aprovechamos.
Pero que empiece la lluvia aquí.
Que empiece, claro. Claro.
Yeah. Well, thank you, my friend, for joining us, Victor.
Thank you.
Don't forget that we
You
might
enjoyed.
have something free later. Yeah? Maybe
We
some
do.
coats.
Okay.
Israel in the comment section says that Chivas is taking it by a 2-goal difference. So that's sounding.
Who is scoring tomorrow, Victor? In your prediction,
Make
1-0. Who is the scorer tomorrow?
El Piojo.
El Piojo. I like that. I like that. Yeah, I like that. So what do you want to say to all the Chivermanos watching right now? What do you want to say to tell them?
What's your message? And it can be in Spanish as well.
Yeah. Whatever you like.
Mañana el Rebaño gana.
Yes.
Así me gusta.
Claro.
Oye, Víctor, te quiero dar una sorpresa. ¿Vas a ir al estadio mañana?
Todavía no tengo boletos, no he conseguido.
No. Bueno, pero te vamos a dar un código de Chivas TV. Por si no consigues boleto, puedes verlo por la señal más rojiblanca. ¿Cómo la ves?
Perfecto, muchas gracias.
Te vamos a pasar el código ahorita. ¿Ok?
Ok.
Y gracias por participar, my friend. Not everyone
Gracias
is
por la
brave.
oportunidad.
Gracias, Víctor.
Gracias,
Thank you.
Víctor.
Gracias, goodbye.
Goodbye,
Bye.
my friend.
Have a good one. Yay! How long has it been since a Chiva Hermano joined us on the show?
It's
Quite
been
a
a
few
while.
weeks. Quite a
It's
few
'cause
weeks.
we're scary.
It's been a while. Are we that scary?
I think we
No,
are.
we're not.
Are we?
Sometimes.
Oh,
Sometimes.
hi everybody in the chat. It's our birthday tomorrow, so the football gods will help us. So we are winning tomorrow, Marilu. Very wise words. Mark my words. Piojo and Guti score. Oh, Rogelio Beas say that Guti and Piojo are the scorers tomorrow. That's interesting. So please give us your score prediction and probably the lineup for tomorrow. Arriba las Chivas. Alex, come on. Es horario familiar, Alex. Come on.
Hey, if he can say bad stuff, I can say bad stuff.
We can all say bad stuff, but let's keep in mind that there could be children watching right now.
Tasteful bad stuff. Yes, of course. And I do believe, and I agree completely with Marilu, that the gods are going to bless us through the whole Liguilla. I don't know why I feel so. How can I say, Alex? We're joking. We're
kidding, Alex.
We're joking, man.
Whenever you want.
Cosas off color, man.
We need like a beep, so production can be like.
We don't have a drum roll yet, and you want a beep?
I know. I'm asking for too much, right?
I know. What's going on? I'm gonna just ask for one thing, and that's that we move on, because we got to talk about a lot of stuff, my friends. There's so many things that we need to talk about. Okay, first up, we have to talk about el reporte de Alfredo about the Copa por la Paz.
Yes.
Can you fill us in a little bit more on that, my friend?
So, Copa por la Paz, it's a summer tournament, and the name says it all. It's Copa por la Paz. It will have 4 teams. It will take place in June during the preseason towards next tournament, Apertura 2024. It will take place in Zacatecas this upcoming June, and the 4 teams participating will be Chivas, Cruz Azul, Mineros de Zacatecas, and Pachuca. So that's Copa por la Paz taking place this upcoming summer in Zacatecas, along with Pachuca, Cruz Azul, and Mineros de Zacatecas. Very happy to be that Chivas is part of this initiative, always with solidarity, always thinking on los más desprotegidos, and that's Copa por la Paz taking place this summer. So it will be good rivals, good opponents, Pachuca, Cruz Azul, Mineros. It's gonna be good for setting the tone towards next tournament, and that's it. Copa por la Paz taking place this upcoming Saturday. There's someone who's watching us from England who says that it's already the 8th of May in England. So happy 118th birthday for Chivas. Yay. Happy 118th.
Yay. 118 años.
Yeah.
From England?
He's watching us from England.
Wow.
I saw him earlier. He said se está desvelando por nosotros. Thank you, my friend. Get on the show. I'd love to talk to you, bro.
You should
Luis, come on the show, man. It would be lovely. It would be lovely to speak to you.
Yeah.
While we're waiting for Luis to decide, we have a full report de la cantera por el magnífico Marcelo Amorelli.
Es un gusto poderles compartir toda la información de las categorías inferiores del rebaño. Sean ustedes bienvenidos al reporte de la cantera rojiblanca. Comenzamos con grandes noticias. Chivas Sub-16 quedó campeón de la categoría y una vez más demostramos por qué Guadalajara es rojiblanca. La Sub-16 se coronó campeona en el Clausura 2024, tras vencer a sus vecinos de la ciudad en el Clásico Tapatío, que se jugó el jueves en el Estadio Akron y el domingo en el Estadio Jalisco. Nuestros rojiblancos dieron un golpe sobre la mesa en la ida al vencer 3-1 a un rival que llegaba como superlíder. Y aunque el domingo cayeron 1-0, el global de 3-2 le dio la corona a nuestros canteranos en la segunda casa del rebaño. Felicidades a nuestros canteranos que cumplieron un sueño más con la camisa del Guadalajara. Ahora pasamos con Chivas Sub-18, que sigue en plan grande en el Clausura 2024. El equipo tapatío está en semifinales tras empatar a 3 en el global ante Tijuana y avanzar por mejor posición en la tabla. Para la vuelta en Verde Valle, los nuestros supieron estar a la altura, pues a pesar de que los cholos se adelantaron en el marcador al minuto 63, el equipo de Sergio Pinto encontró el empate al 85 con gol de Isaac Martínez, que engañó al portero desde los 11 pasos con un derechazo inatajable. Chivas está a un paso de la gran final del circuito y para hacerlo deberá vencer a su acérrimo rival en el Clásico de México. También hay información de la Sub-23. El equipo rojiblanco participará en la Copa Pure Series del 9 al 12 de junio, donde se enfrentará al Pure City de la USL en 2 encuentros amistosos. Además, habrá una visoría para que todos nuestros chivarmanos de Illinois nos demuestren sus habilidades. Por último, hablemos del tapatío. Lamentablemente, la filial del Guadalajara vivió una dura derrota en semifinales, quedó eliminado ante Atlante y cerró su participación en el torneo Clausura 2024. Estamos seguros que nuestros jóvenes volverán de una mejor manera para el siguiente torneo y superarán todo lo hecho este semestre. Chiva hermanos, por mi parte este fue el reporte de la cantera rojiblanca.
So congratulations to the under 16.
They played
Congratulations,
very
guys.
well.
We're
And
very
we have
happy,
two
very proud.
clásicos de México, my friends.
Yeah.
Two
Oh, yeah.
clásicos de México. Cantera and Femenil.
Right.
So it's insanity again. But what I really want to know is why we don't have that red shirt.
What do we have? What?
That red shirt that Marcelo was wearing.
Oh,
We
I
have
know.
another.
New Jersey.
We need to talk to somebody about gearing us up because
Clothing.
we need an update. So, hey, so speaking about our champions, we have Reporte Rojiblanco also with Enrique Noriega. Let's go.
Getting into the champions.
Amigos, ¿cómo están? Bienvenidos al reporte rojiblanco desde el Estadio Jalisco, donde el Guadalajara Sub-16 el día de hoy se quedó con el título del Clausura 2024 y aquí te contamos todo lo que ocurrió. 3-1 fue el resultado de la ida en el Estadio Akron, con el que el Guadalajara trajo una ventaja importante a este inmueble y el día de hoy lo único que hizo fue controlar el partido, sobrellevar las acciones y también controlar al cuadro rival para poderse quedar con el título de la categoría. 1-0 en favor del Atlas fue el resultado de la vuelta, pero con el global de 3-2 el Guadalajara se queda con el título de la categoría. Y si quieres saber qué piensan los protagonistas de esta gesta, aquí te lo contamos.
Desde el torneo pasado que quedamos a la orilla en la liguilla, nos propusimos seguir trabajando porque creíamos firmemente que este era el camino para que los chavos lleguen a primera división con muchas más herramientas y a la vez pues podamos lograr los objetivos en cuanto a logros personales y colectivos. Gracias a Dios se nos dio tanto la formación, que hemos avanzado bastante en los chavos, pero también se nos dio el campeonato. Creo que es un premio a todo el trabajo que hemos hecho, no solo el cuerpo técnico desde arriba, porque siempre hemos sido fuertemente apoyados. Los chavos confiaron en el proyecto, confiaron en nosotros y nos dejaron guiarlos por ese camino, y creo que pues no hay más hermoso que culminar con un título, ¿no?
Muy emocionado, fue algo muy difícil de conseguir, tuvimos altibajos, pero gracias a Dios las cosas se dieron.
Bueno, pues la verdad fue un torneo bastante difícil, complicado, pero logramos sacar el resultado en casa y aquí no vamos a aguantar el resultado, entonces la verdad muy satisfecho con el torneo, de todos mis compañeros y todo el cuerpo técnico.
Yo creo que el corazón de Chivas está en sus fuerzas básicas, ¿no? Lo tenemos muy claro todos y lo que queremos es formar jugadores integrales, jugadores que tengan la personalidad de atreverse, de ir al frente. Siempre les decimos, las puertas de la primera división se atraviesan. ¿Cómo? Nosotros, es nuestra responsabilidad darles esas herramientas, así es que lo veo bien, creo que estamos trabajando en todas las estructuras de muy buena forma, estamos trabajando para el club, que es lo más importante, porque el escudo es lo más importante que hay, y sobre todo que esos chavos se puedan consolidar en primera división.
Felicidades a Chivas Sub-16 que se queda con el título. Mantente al tanto de todas las redes sociales del Guadalajara porque viene la parte más importante del torneo y aquí te enterarás de todo antes que en cualquier otro lugar. Hasta la próxima.
Thank
There we
you,
go.
Miguel Noriega, and thank you for this amazing report of our champions, Sub-16. They're so young and so exciting to see them succeed in what it's upcoming for them and en el primer equipo or whatever it is they're doing professionally speaking. So very excited for our young divisions because Chivas la está rompiendo as usual.
Yeah, I really
That's
enjoyed
right.
listening to Luis Gil, the head coach of the under 16, and also Javier Mier, his ayudante, the second coach, Javier Mier and Luis Gil. They gave very important messages regarding formative football, regarding cantera. Luis Gil said that he's very proud and very happy that the team let the coaches guide them towards success, that the team was humble enough and very humble to let the coaches guide them, let the coaches lead the path towards success. And then we have Javier Mier. I'm sorry, they're telling me it's not Luis Gil, but we had the second coach Javier Mier saying that Las puertas del primer equipo, de las puertas de primera división se derrumban, and it is the responsibility of the coaches to give those tools to the canteranos who aspired at the end of the day to be at the first division.
And talking about the canteranos, Alfredo, can you tell us what the Clásico de Mexico is going to be like for the under 18s?
The under 18.
Yeah,
the under 18 is taking on a Clásico de Mexico on the semifinals after defeating Los Cholos de Tijuana in the quarterfinals. Liga MX has already officialized the match schedules of El Clásico de Mexico under 18 for the semifinals. First legs tomorrow at 11 a.m. It will be here on the Chivas YouTube channel. Also be able to watch it on Chivas TV. No, I'm sorry, it's not tomorrow on the YouTube channel because the game is in CDMX in Mexico City, so it will be in Copa. So tomorrow, first leg in Mexico City at 11 a.m. Then the second leg, which will be at Verde Valle this Saturday at 9 a.m., will be on the Chivas platforms and on the Chivas TV signal, concretely on here on the YouTube channel and also on Chivas TV. The second leg, Chivas America under 18 semifinals, May 11th at 9 a.m.
And we're all looking forward to that, definitely, because that's the future. That's the future of our first team.
Yeah.
But now, my friends, let's get into this. We got to talk about Chivas Femenil.
We have to.
Gaby, dinos, ¿qué fue tu impresión? How did you feel?
Time is running out, and we have to talk about our chingonas. And speaking of Clásicos de Mexico, yes, we have another edition of Clásico de Mexico, but now in the quarterfinal stage. Chivas contra América Femenil. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be huge. First leg of the quarterfinals of Liga MX Femenil, Thursday, May 9th. And you can watch in Mexico through la señal más rojiblanca de Chivas TV and Fox Sports. And of course, in the United States, a través de la Casa de las Chivas en los Estados Unidos, Telemundo Deportes, 9 p.m. You do the conversion to your time zone. But yes, Clásico de Mexico and the second leg in el Estadio Azteca, Sunday, May 12th. And you can watch through ViX y TUDN, 12 p.m. at noon. The second leg in el Estadio Azteca is going to be exciting. But let's talk first, very quickly, my friends, about the game against Monterrey. We already talked about Blanca Félix being the MVP because she was, in fact, I think the most important player inside that field that day. But we need to talk about Jacqueline Rodriguez and that incredible goal with that pase from, I think it was Ruby Soto. It was like a corner, right? It was a corner from Ruby Soto. And el Gigante de Acero, a very huge, a very important win. We were talking about how important it was. We were already qualified to Liguilla at this point, but it was extremely important to mentally be prepared to face this exact game. And I think they didn't disappoint. It was a very tough game, actually. Blanca, when you talk about the goalie being very involved in the game, is because you know that the rival was on you. You know what I mean? But at the end, she was a factor, and she was the star, if you will, with a couple of saves, a lot of saves, actually. Like that Blanca that we know, that fearless Blanca that todas las ataja, a todas sale, you know, como, as they say, like risking every single bit of her, trying to prevent that goal from getting inside the net. And ultimately, Jacqueline Rodriguez is the one that scores a lo Chicharito. Robert, you were saying a lo Chicharito.
Yeah, I saw that. I thought she'd hit it with the back of her head, but now that I'm watching with more at the slow-mo from Chivas TV camera, she did a lo Pelé because she actually lifted that head, man. She smacked that ball.
Spectacular technique.
Beautiful. I'm sorry I said this. I now look at this. You can see
there we go. No, yeah, that's beautiful, you know.
Oh, qué chingona.
Yeah.
That's a professional footballer.
Yeah.
El Gigante de Acero is a very tough stadium. It's a very tough venue. It's a very tough crowd. But I think Chiva Hermanos were present in that game, and it was enough, like that goal from Jacqueline Rodriguez, incredible, magnificent, as Robert would say. And of course, Blanca Félix took the show, man. Like, she was incredible, preventing every single llegada de Monterrey. I don't like talking about the referees very much, but I think in this case there were a couple of players that should not be in that pitch anymore, that should have gotten red cards, but whatever. We got those 3 points. We just secured the 5th position in the general table, and the match against América Femenil is set. So we have Clásico de México in quarterfinals for Chivas Femenil. And it's so exciting because, again, if we go back, regular season, Chivas won El Clásico de México.
Yeah.
But somebody was saying in the chat right now that it's payback time.
Hell yeah.
Totally.
Remember what happened?
Oh, yeah.
Remember what happened last Liguilla. So, yes, it's going to be a good game. America did not also close the best form as they are used to. But it's going to be, it's Clásico, man. You have to win those games one way or another. And yes, please stay tuned because they play Thursday and they play Saturday, Sunday?
Yes.
Sunday.
And, it's been a while. It's been a while since Jacko put a ball into the net since Clausura 21. So, I mean, I'm telling you guys, the stars are aligned. The stars are aligned, my friends, okay? This is going to happen. This is the 8th consecutive Liguilla, the 8th consecutive playoff since the Guardianes 2020. And it's time, chingado. Come on.
Yeah, and you know what?
Wouldn't it be lovely if we had 2?
Oh, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. And as Gabi was saying, since as Gabi was saying, speaking about América Femenil, since we, they had some tough results around midway through the regular season because they lost 3-0 to Toluca and they lost El Clásico de México against us with that Boy scissor kick. But then they did well against Cruz Azul, but then they finished off. They recently lost against Pachuca 4-2 at the Estadio Azteca.
Yeah.
So it looks like if you're a solid team, they're totally beatable.
Do you think we could have a Chivas Pachuca final?
Oh my God!
Come on, that's payback, Papa.
Right.
That's payback. That's what I want to see. Because
that would be incredible. It would be
lovely.
It would be the 3rd final against Pachuca, and 2 of those we won. So it's going to be interesting. Right now, I think Pachuca is, one of the strongest teams right now in Liguilla. They have like the Golden Boot con Charlyn Corral, and they are making waves. And I think right now Pachuca is the toughest team to beat. They won over us on the regular season, and it was a very tough loss.
Yes.
But one game at a time, one stage at a time. Right now it's America, and we got them. Can we talk predictions on this one?
Yes. Andile.
For sure.
I think it's going to be a 3-1 for Chivas.
3-1 for Chivas on the first match. And what about the second match?
In the first match. In Estadio Akron.
And what about the second leg? You think it's going to be...
Oh, my God. I'm just going for the first one.
Okay.
First one.
Yeah, but that 3-1 will be enough for Chivas to go through.
I think that when we were talking about, was Toluca the best team for El Varonil? And I'm going to go to this and say, is América the best matchup for Chivas Femenil right now? What do you guys think? From what you were talking about, I think if we look at it comparatively speaking, obviously Toluca was much higher up with Varonil, but comparatively speaking, it's a winnable game.
Yes, I think so.
Winnable game. So you're 3-1, I agree with it. I would go 3-0. Blanca está imparables. Blanca no cree en nadie.
Just to make it interesting.
Yes, I'm going to say 3-0. But you know I never get them anyway. You see how I get my numbers? I say 11 minus 8 is 3. That's my football knowledge. All right? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, talk about football knowledge. Let's listen to El Profe. No, yeah, we're out of time. Oh.
No, we're wrapping up. We are wrapping
up. But my friends, again, another week. You guys are blowing our minds. Thank you guys for being with us. Don't forget we have a podcast. If you guys liked this new, I don't know, Reportes Rojiblancos, then you guys got to get on there. You got to watch the new podcast. Es El Nene Beltran. He gets deep. He gets sentimental. If you really want to find out what makes him tick, check it out. We saw what Piojo makes tick, you know. It's like Ren and Stimpy in his mind. Yo, El Piojo, if you guys saw that, was beautiful too. But Nene se va a sincerar para nosotros. Okay, my friends, thank you very much. Sorry we've rushed the ending so quick, but muchas gracias a todos. Los queremos mucho. We speak Chivas, and you guys, hey, vamos a ganar.
Happy playoffs, everybody.
Vamos a ganar, vas a ver. 3-0 mañana, Chi.
Totally.
See you next week.
Que no lo esperaba, me cuesta mucho recuperarme de este tipo de cosas.
Los golpes,
sí. Estoy buscando tomar ese rol importante ahí en el medio campo con Guti o con quien esté. Yo personalmente tenía mucho la idea de que en medio campo te tienes que mover demasiado, porque tienes que estar moviéndote de lado a lado para hacer opción de pase. Y Fer te dice, quédate parado. Todos sabemos que ya lo hicimos una vez y que si volvemos a estar en estas instancias va a volver a reaparecer ese sentimiento que solamente la cancha te lo da. O sea, no hay forma de describirlo. Cuando ya estás ahí y lo ves enfrente, lo quieres agarrar y no lo quieres soltar. ¿O puedo contar una historia falsa como la del Piojo?
Seguro.
No tengo nada que hacer, pues estoy solo todo el día.
¿Te bañas y te desocupas?
Sí, me
¿verdad?
desocupo. Entreno, me desocupo. Ya no tengo nada que hacer. Cuando gusten.
Está bueno.